Hey guys, I've had a lot of requests to do like a lot of more videos, vlogs, like training vlogs, more riding vlogs, all of that stuff, and I really just don't have the time for it. So I thought I'd kind of bring you guys along with all 3 horses and show you what they're currently working on, their current state is, and everything else that they're doing. So here we are. I'm getting all Queenie's stuff ready. I'm gonna attempt to clean her feet out more today, so I stuffed some treats in there. The bag needs to organize. We don't talk about that. Here's her after I set all her stuff in the round pen. She's ready for her halter and her treat. So I usually crumble her treats up into the grain bowl because she has a harder time chewing stuff because her teeth and the abscess that she had. So she's just, yeah, the smaller the better. And these treats are really soft, so it's really nice for her. She really does love them. Here I am going to halter her. She comes up and sees me when she's in the right mood usually, which is, I wish it was more, but anyway, I threw the lead rope around her neck and pet her, rewarded her, and then I put her halter on. I had a really bad view, my bad for that, sorry, but she puts her halter on so good. I absolutely love it. I gave her more treats, and here's her eating the rest of her treats, and then Willa literally eating a piece of wood because that's what Willa does. So I usually lead her down to the round pen, but today I wanted to kind of just let her go, and we've been struggling trying to get like water to her water trough because the hose is frozen. So I brought her out and let her get the other horses water. She went over to the water and got some water real quick. And yeah, so I let the lead rope drag because it's actually a really good like experience for them. And then afterwards, I did lead her over. So the ground's frozen, her feet need done. She has a lot of heels, so it's kind of hard for her to step. Here's her turning around after we got into the round pen. And we do brush at Liberty. She does tie, I promise you guys, she does. I set some treats on the bucket and she kind of played around with them and messed with them. But yeah, I do a lot more Liberty with her because I like it more. She doesn't really care to tie. She doesn't care to be at Liberty. She's really chill. Anyway, so I grab a brush and then I'm just gonna brush her. I throw the lead rope on the ground because I want to kind of work on kind of getting her used to stuff dragging on the ground for exposure. So I'm just going to continue to brush her and just do everything for her. So here I am doing her mane. She really enjoys me brushing her mane. I don't know, it seems so relaxing for her. And then I'll brush her tail and her forelock, and yeah, so she's overall coming around so good. After that, I'm going to work on some leading and kind of just lead her around the round pen at kind of her pace. We're still working on this. The dog was getting in the camera way. We just ignore him because he's photobombing. She'll decide when she wants to stop. So she's kind of at that stage where it's like, you kind of have to give her what you want or you're going to lose. Either way, so I give her a pet, I throw it back over her neck, and then I just let her have a 3-second break. And then I'm going to actually, later on, I worked with her feet. So I pick her lead rope up. That way she doesn't step on her lead rope at all. And I'm just going to kind of feel down her legs, like just everywhere, make sure she's exposed. She does kind of throw some fits about this. She thinks she can win, but after that, she is really good. So I pet her, I reward her. After each reward, I do give her like a 30-second break or something. Anyway, so like I feel down her leg again. She kind of she is really sensitive around the tendons. She doesn't understand that she doesn't have to pick her foot up, which that's new. Like every horse that I've done feet work with does that. So I'm just gonna kind of feel down her legs, keep doing it until she's relaxed. When she relaxes, I'm gonna pet her. Like in the last video I just showed you, she went to actually pick her leg up and refuse the pressure, but she decided she wasn't. So that's my pressure and release. When she actually relaxes her leg and does not go psychopathic, then I'm gonna reward her. Anyway, I just picked her foot up there and she didn't do super good, but it's something. This time I'm gonna pick her foot up and try to hold it, and she did really good. So I'm gonna reward her, pet her, and put her leg back down. So that's all I do. So I'll just I'll feel down her leg, I'll hold her leg, I'll pick it up a few times, and then I'll ask if she wants to walk forward. If she doesn't, I give her a 30-second break with a leader around her neck. This time I decided I was going to play with the dog because you can see how she's alert, and we do not want that if she's going to be a roping horse. Those cows are fast, they're sneaky. Yeah, so we do not want me to end up injured. So this is just good exposure and foundation. She was way less watchy at the end, and then here I am coming back to her to do some more feet work. So I'm also just gonna turn some music on and kind of just let you guys see. This is all just, it works best for her, so that's what we're gonna do. So kind of what you guys just saw is more work. I was working on trying to touch her foot. She was kind of being sensitive about it. We just worked her for it, and then here's me exposing her to the hoof pick. And I wanted to kind of show you guys something that really does help that most people complain about that's rude. So you can see she's fighting me there. She knows what she's doing. So I'm gonna take her, I'm gonna spin her in circles about 3 to 5 times or till she's relaxed both ways, and I'm going to walk it off, give her 30 seconds, and I'm gonna pick her foot up. And the difference here is awesome. Like, she holds her foot, she's super gentle. She has a few little times where she's like, I don't know my balance, give me my leg, but we just we hold it, we keep it, and she's like perfect, and she lets me clean her foot. This was her first time getting her foot cleaned, so like no stress on her. She's really good about stuff, new things, like especially the feet. So I'm just gonna reward her. I'm gonna throw the Libra around her neck and give her like a 5-minute break. Here's a picture of her foot. It needs some detailing. I did get her feet cleaned. By the time I'm actually getting to editing this, her frog is like really odd. I don't know her frog really. It's a work in progress. She has some thrush, she has some issues, but we're all gonna work that out with the farrier over some time. I think she needs a little bit of correction. Just coming out of the wild and going into like the dirt pastures and everything, stuff can actually make their feet so bad looking, especially like coming into captivity from the wild, from like stone hard feet to moisture. There's just so many things that can play a role, and it can ruin their feet. So I think a little bit of work and her feet are gonna look even better. So my goal today was to use the hoof pick on the left foot. This one, I did use the rope first. I don't usually, but she was kind of being watchy with the left arm, so I wasn't risking it with her other feet. So I picked her foot up with the rope. I give her a pet, and then here I am feeling down her leg, and she did really good with it. Like I said, she's a little special. And then I picked it up, I held it, I got her to hold it, keep her balance, and she did amazing, so I pet her. I'm gonna move on to the next foot. 30 seconds later, she picked it up, she held it, so I'm gonna move on to the next foot. This foot is a work in progress. I don't know her problem on this foot, but she gives me neurological issues on this foot. I don't think it is that, she's just pregnant. That's what a lot of people have been saying, so I'm just gonna go with that for now. And then after that, we're done with her, so I'm gonna walk her back to her pasture. I'm just gonna let her follow me, and then I'm gonna give her some more treats in her grain bowl because she did earn them, whether she was kind of a little fresh or not. And then here I am taking her halter off. kind of just where Queenie's at. That's kind of just a mini update. And then here we are gonna go get Willow. Willow's she's chilling because she has a deposit on her right now. She's getting picked up with her new owners, going to her new home. So we're just chilling, we're grooming, we're just kind of taking her out as the day goes and just kind of hanging with her. So she does have her incisors coming in, her 8-month-old baby incisors, so she is really nippy. Nothing mean, like she's not pushy about it. She's a little, I don't know, but anyway, she had a growth spurt, so her halter like kind of grew out of her, but she's really good halter. She's mouthy right now, but you can see how her halter is not fit, so we ended up having to loosen all that. I don't know why, but she had a bad growth spurt. She's 14 hands now. Anyway, so here I am taking the fence off because I did lock the other horses in the other side of the pasture while I work with Queenie because Bulla is aggressive towards Queenie. Anyway, I'm gonna lead her into the pen. I actually intentionally wanted to do groundwork with her, and then the dog decided he was gonna try and attack her, so that didn't end well. The dog ended up getting trampled. She ended up beating the dog up. The dog was sore for about 2 days, so yeah, here she is kind of smelling the treats because she knew the treats were there. I took her lead rope off because we were gonna do some stuff, and then I decided I was gonna get up on the bucket to see if she was chill with me, like getting up on the bucket. She was completely chill, and then here was when the dog decided he was gonna screw everything up for us.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Willa's like a tough little fool. She did not really care. It didn't faze her. So she was a little leery at first, and then after she realized she was okay, she was chill. So we kind of played around in the round pen. So I'll just put some music on for a little while. So after the dog did that, I just didn't feel right doing groundwork with her, so we ended up just going out of the round pen, and we were gonna brush, and then Bullet decided he was gonna be Bullet, and Bullet likes to do dumb things, like get himself in trouble when he's feeling dumb. So he said he was gonna escape. I was out there for like 5 minutes chasing him. My brother like distracted him while I got a rope around him. My brother didn't try to distract him, he just kind of accidentally did it, but it was helpful. Anyway, just kind of something chill. We just kind of brushed her out, got all that dirt off of her, did her feet. She was really good for her feet. She's still baby. And then we did her mane and everything. She was in a different knot today because she was being a little bratty. But anyway, I'll let you just kind of do this while I turn some music on. afterwards, I got her back turned out. I didn't get any videos. And then I got Bullet Bridle. I'll be riding in Snapple today. I got some reins because I wanted to ride in my barrel reins because they're shorter. And then I went and got the reins around his neck, and then I bridled him up. He was actually really chill for it because usually he bites me for a Snapple, but he was feeling real fresh today because he was jealous to death because I worked with 2 other horses before I worked with him, and that makes him really jealous. That's why he decided he's gonna shove his way through the gate. And yeah, Bullet is just, he's something else. He is very entitled to himself when he wants to be. He's kind of an average gelding that I've kind of known to realize. But anyway, yeah, so he's a really good boy though. Anyway, I kind of gotta explain the mounting block because people are gonna hate on me otherwise. But he knows how to kind of mount at Liberty, like line himself up. So usually I have a whip that I tap his flank or his girth area or cinch area, whatever you call it. But anyway, and I didn't have that, so I used my foot. I was in tennis shoes. I don't think that bothers him. So I kind of put my hand over his back and kind of encourage him forward. There's me using my foot to kind of just guide him, and it really does help. Okay, and then afterwards he lines up. I'm going to instantly reward him, hop on, and I give him a treat. And he does love his treat, so it takes a little coaxing to get him to not want another treat. And then I walk off, and I'm just going to do some walk, trot, canter on him. And then I'm going to do some trot and walk ground pulls. And then I end up, at the end, I'm going to stretch out and kind of do a walking stretch out in a collection to kind of stretch his back muscles. So I'll just turn some music on for that. So here I am just kind of stretching his neck out. I'm going to stop him. I'm going to actually kind of back him up because he's kind of green and backing up. I back him up. I ask him to kind of keep his head down and back up. And then I reward him. Instantly hop down. I give him a kiss because he's special. And then we're going to walk back up to the barn, untack. Here's a pretty sunset that we got that night. But thank you guys for watching. Totally let me know if you guys want me to do more in brief for each of the horses, because there's a lot more updates, a lot more life stuff. So yeah, I just can't really put in all in one video, I guess.